Show. Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. The fans are filling the seats in Orlando, the site of our broadcast, and where the Magic will be going up against the Brooklyn Nets. And for Brooklyn, they haven't competed at the level they'd like over the last week or so. Just one win in 5 games. And Kenny Atkinson, hired by Brooklyn back in 2016, another point guard turned coach. Shaq, he played professionally for over a decade.
Yeah, he played in Italy, Paisan. He played in France, Sebon. He played in Germany, Bratwurst. He played in Spain, Hola. You can make an excellent living playing abroad.
I didn't know you spoke so many languages, and you broke the barrier in one try. Wow. But he's been coaching since 2004, and as an assistant with the Hawks, he really showed he was ready.
All right, and now with the tip coming up shortly, time to send it to Kevin Harlan for the call.
The skyline of Orlando seen here during a gorgeous sunset. Quite a backdrop for our broadcast tonight. We're in the place they call the Amway Center in downtown Orlando, Florida. It's the home of the Magic, where we are broadcasting our action live today. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Thrilled to be back in Orlando, the Magic ready for that home court advantage. They like their chances, but this could be a tough game for them. Facing up against a talented roster, they'll have to show that they're the better team.
The team only had itself on its bandwagon early, but here they are taking care of business because they had the confidence to know they could get it done.
As the season gets longer, so does the injury list. And Clark, you've taken a look at how you stay healthy, what these athletes have got to do, changes from era to era, but what precautions do teams take right now to ensure their players are at their very healthiest?
Well, I think it's all about preventative maintenance and really good training and medical staffs, and most of those in the NBA are excellent. Do a good job of the preseason work, the conditioning work, the customizing of routines of weightlifting and recovery for each player. And then it's a matter of the player following the protocols and his particular program so that you fight off injury. And if you do get injured, it typically isn't, you're not out for extended periods of time. So, and then the emphasis on rest cannot be overstated. Teams are doing a much better job of managing the bodies of their players.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. We've got D'Angelo Russell. He's out there with Harris. Allen is out there with Caruch. And it's Graham in at the 4. Passes to Vucevic. Fires the 3. No good on the shot. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Orlando.
And they won the season series against this club last year, but, then again, so did a lot of other teams.
Hey, Greg, we got to be honest here, which is really the only way I roll. Neither of these teams are world beaters. But you've got to start somewhere. A win tonight would be a step in the right direction.
Now here is Augustine. After D'Angelo Russell's miss, and the basket is good.
And Vucevic is crafty, clever, close to the bucket.
And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. Allen outside. Pass to Caruch. Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Allen. Outside Russell from the arc. Rebounded by Vucevic.
And, I have no idea how he missed that one. When there's no defense around, he's usually automatic from there.
Here's Jordan, and he lays it straight in.
And setting the tone early with a strong move to the rack.
Yeah, I like the aggressiveness and the fearlessness there, Greg. I mean, very committed to getting the shot he wanted.
Russell kicks to Harris. The pass to Karuch. Uncovered. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Karuch has got his second bucket of the night. The Magic have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Augustine passes to Jordan. Back to Augustine. Outside Fournier. Shot clock at 6. And Vucevic kicks to Jordan. Augustine from outside. Karuch grabs the board. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Harris finds Russell. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And this is what you get with a bigger guard. D'Angelo able to finish through contact.
Outside Fournier. Right side, Jordan. And yes, it's good. Jordan's got his second bucket.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting called, and for good reason.
Well, you know, Greg, they can count on him to get buckets. I mean, he's getting the ball because he's very efficient when he has it.
Now, here is Russell. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Houston.
Wow, that's real nice. I mean, D'Angelo really sets before he gets into his shot. Good use of pace there.
Here's Vucevic, trailing by 4.
Boy, he's having a tough time right now. Seems like he's forcing his shot a bit to me, Kevin, not letting it come in the flow of the game.
Russell inside, hit by Augustine. Unloads from 13. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Augustine against Russell. Now here is Augustine. He's guarded closely. Chalk up 2 there.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Nets. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
Yeah, and in a hostile environment, they did not rise to the occasion, especially on the defensive side.
Yeah, there was no shine on that effort. Really lackluster. Their D was nowhere to be found.
The Magic trail by 4. Well, it's been a long time coming for Nets fans, but starting this offseason, Brooklyn will actually own their own draft pick.
I hope for all Nets fans, they can avoid this situation for a long time.
Fournier against Harris. At the elbow, it's Allen. 6 on the shot clock. From past the arc. It's hauled in by the Magic.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Jordan kicks to Vucevic. Harris against Fournier. Harris with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Outside, Russell. Over Jordan. Russell, no luck.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Here's Jordan. In the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest. The Nets with the lead. Over to the wing. Here's Karuch, guarded by Jordan. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
Now here is Harris. Russell from long range. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Harris has got 5 assists in the game.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That is a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Here's Fournier. No good. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. Let's send it over to David Aldridge, who caught up with head coach Kenny Atkinson, DA.
Right, Kevin. When he talked about this game plan, he said the other team is just too fast to make this an up-and-down battle. He said if this is a half-court game, we win, and if it's a fast break game, they win. Kevin?
Thanks, David. And now the first timeout called here for the Magic. Clark, a favorite topic of yours. Great rebounders, glass eaters as you call them. Who's the best at creating those important second chance opportunities for his team?
Well, a couple of guys stand out for me in that regard, Kevin. DeAndre Jordan is terrific. Enes Kanter, probably, he might be the best offensive rebounder in the league, Enes Kanter. I mean, he goes and gets it in his area, out of his area, through guys, over them. Man, he's a terrific offensive rebounder. And I'd throw Anthony Davis in there, too. I think he does a great job on the defensive glass and gets his share of offensive boards as well.
Going with an almost entirely new group here. Bamba is checked in for Vucevic. Aaron Gordon comes in for Isaac. Ross is checked in for Fournier. And it's Grant in for Augustine. The drive by Jordan. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Jordan's got 8.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Now here's Allen. His last outing, 16 points for him. Carroll kicks to Allen. 6 to shoot. Grant against Russell. Stolen by Bamba. And here's the fast break. Jordan leading the way. And that one, good.
No matter what the score is, his attitude has been perfect. I love his disposition. He has stayed in attack mode.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And take a look at what he's been able to do at the free throw line. 82% more than acceptable.
You know, even in games where he hasn't been at his best this season, I mean, he still managed to get it done at the charity stripe when he gets his opportunities.
Shabazz Napier's checked in for the Nets. And so Napier will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Goes up at the stripe. And Bamba pulls it down. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. Brooklyn's gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. Napier passes to Davis. Back to Napier. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Napier's got his first 2 points.
Nice job creating for the easy deuce.
Jordan finds Grant. Ross with it. Can't hit that one. Nets leading by 4. Stolen by Bamba. Grant outside. From deep. Brooklyn with the rebound. To the paint. Here's Napier. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. And now a 6-point Nets lead.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Now here's Grant. Napier covering. Gordon outside. And Davis pulls it down. And here are the Nets. Napier feeling it out a bit. Davis up top, defended by Gordon. Shot clock at 5. Here's Russell with the 3. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Great three-point shooting here out of the gate. That makes 4 makes already from long distance.
spring music scorching those Nets. How long can they keep this up, though?
Now here's Ross. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's Dinwiddie. He's guarded by Ross. And the whistle blows as the basket counts. And a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Nets.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
The Magic making a switch here. Owundu's checked in, and a switch here for Brooklyn. Graham's checked in.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Lots of physical play, Clark, during your time in the NBA. That's been toned down to a degree. Do you miss it being a bigger part of the game now?
You know what? I think it's still a very physical game. The rules have changed. The way the game is officiated has certainly changed. Some of the tough fouls that you saw in decades past don't exist as much. But I still think the game's extremely physical. So I'm glad to see us move in the direction of toning that down a bit. There's enough physicality in the game.
And when you take a look at that shot chart, the amount of misses lately, really unbelievable.
Yeah, a lot of blanks there. Can't hit a thing. Has to be deflating.
And with the break in the action, let's look at the stats for Carroll. Averaging 13 points per game, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Better than expected. He still has a ways to go, but I like what I'm seeing right now.
The Magic trail by 12. Now Grant. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Shot to stop the run, and it's Gordon. That time on the assist by Grant.
You've got to get out on Gordon now, even from way outside. His deep ball continues to look better.
Now here's Napier. He's covered by Grant. The offensive rebound, Davis. It's deflected, and he gets it back. Tries yet again.
And the giant wingspan of Bamba strikes again. Just fantastic at spiking shots in a variety of ways.
Now here's Ross. He averages about 5 points a game. 1:35 left to play in the first quarter. Napier kicks to Carroll. Pass to Dinwiddie. Lets the three fly. No good that time. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
You know, they're the visiting team. It's a loud arena, very distracting at times, but simply no excuse for missing a ton of free throws.
And you know what, Greg? I agree with you wholeheartedly. I mean, this is the NBA, the best league in the world. You got to block things out and focus on the task at hand.
Here's Napier after Jaren Grant's bucket. Napier kicks to Dinwiddie. There's the three. Rebound by the Magic. Bamba's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Grant in the post. Napier covering, and he banks in the layup. Grant's got his 2nd basket of the night. And it's Davis with the ball for Brooklyn. It's a 5-point game. There's the double team with Grant. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And so it's Brooklyn with it. Here's Dinwiddie. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Clock at 6. Davis dishes to Dinwiddie. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. And here is Grant. Pass on the wing. Grant kicks to Gordon. Over Grant. Drilled it right as the clock hit all zeros.
Wow, what a clutch shot. He's got nerves of steel.
Woo. Gotta have big-time nerves to hit a shot like that at the buzzer.
D'Angelo Russell getting it done for the Brooklyn Nets. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. We've got more in store for you right after this. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Magic.
We've seen a lot of their points coming off penetration in the first half.
You know, we've seen them bearing their fair share of mid-range jumpers tonight, too. I mean, that's a good start for them.
I play tennis.
The Magic trail by 3. Gordon down low with Bamba next to him. Terrence Ross is out there with Grant. And it's a one-do in at the small forward. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Magic. Now, here's Napier. He's tightly guarded. The dish to Davis. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It goes on Jaren Grant. The Nets have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Solid trip from the line right there. Knocked him down, and it was easy.
The Magic trail by 5. Down low, and the dunk by Bamba.
You really couldn't ask for a better finisher for that play. Bamba able to go above and beyond there. It makes him a humongous target.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Grant outside. Outside Gordon. That 3 off the mark. Nets leading by 5.
And, you know, Spencer Dinwiddie appeared to come out of nowhere. Played in college at Colorado, got hurt right before he was drafted. But he's an outstanding competitor who does all of the little things it takes to win. I mean, you watch him play, and it's easy to see why he earns a coach's trust on the floor.
Here's Grant after the basket by Brooklyn. He kicks to Bamba. 6 to shoot. Over Davis. Again, the Magic score. And for Dinwiddie, he has the sound fundamentals coaches love. Got an invite to the skills competition last season.
Yeah, he's fluid, but he's almost robotic in that he doesn't waste any movement, and that's a compliment for this guy. I mean, he's not really flashy, but super effective because he knows his game, and he does a nice job blending in with his teammates.
Here's Dinwiddie following the score by Mohamed Bamba. Floats one up. No good there. Gordon with the defensive effort. And now the pass break. Grant with the ball. Ross kicks to a 1-2. Grant surveying the D. Feeds to Gordon. Over Napier. And it's Gordon missing. Nets leading by 5. quarter two and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's Graham, defended by Gordon. Shot from 12. Deep two from Carroll. And he overshot that one, missing. And so Grant will bring it up for the Magic. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Iwundu kicks to Bamba. Right side, Gordon. Just 5 to shoot. And the layup's good off the glass. Gordon's got 7 points in the game.
Oh, you know what I like to say? Persistence pays, and with Gordon, he's the kind of guy who just does not rest on the glass.
Outside, Davis. Now, here's Napier. He's guarded closely. Swiped it away. Fast break. Here come the Magic. Here's Bamba. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Here's Dinwiddie. He's guarded by Ross. To end the cold streak. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Dinwiddie's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Oh, man, he is so shrewd in screen and rolls. Dinwiddie is good at sizing up and analyzing the situation and then making the right decision at the right time.
Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over. And guys, Kenny Atkinson, a coach who has a knack for player development.
Yeah, he does, and the players' improvement on this Nets team speaks to that. I mean, Atkinson has done a terrific job of improving his young players. Also gets the most out of the veterans and teaches them new skills and approaches to their game, which endears him to the players and helps his team.
This break, we have a chance to break down where the assist has been coming from tonight between the front and backcourt for the Nets.
This backcourt is really shouldering the load in terms of the ball movement and great assists. When you look at the overall contributions compared to the bigs, nice work on distributing the ball.
Now here is Augustine. Napier covering. Passes it to Isaac. And Fournier kicks to Vucevic. Excellent D there from Allen.
Loved how they guarded that layup. Didn't make it easy, which I think is why he missed it.
Caruch passes to Dinwiddie. Now Davis. Poked away. Shot clock at 5. Puts it up. Got a hand on it. Outside Fournier. Kicks it to Augustine. Trying to find Vucevic. Gets it to him. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And even though Vucevic can get you a good amount of blocks and steals, Clark, in a season, most would agree his defense isn't a strong point.
No, it's not, but it's not a liability either, Kevin. I mean, he understands where to be and how to get there. He's not super athletic and doesn't protect the rim in a shot-blocking fashion, but he knows how to use his body to position himself well defensively.
Free throw drops for Vucevic.
You know, guys, Nikola Vucevic is a very skilled big man out of USC. He rebounds well, scores it from inside, and has a nice touch. He's got a really well-rounded offensive game as a center. Even added a 3-ball to his repertoire recently to further stretch out interior defenses.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And with Vucevic, he's an established scorer, but also a very unselfish player.
Yeah, he's a very smart player, too. A big guy with nice mobility, excellent hands. passes well for his position, works inside out. And as he continues to mature, I think you could see Vucevic leaning more and more on his ability to set others up out of the post rather than just looking for his own shot.
And the basket is good. Harris has got his first 2 points of the night. The Magic trail by 5. Now here's Fournier. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. The fadeaway. Brooklyn with the rebound.
You know, not sure if he's playing to the crowd, but no need for the fadeaway on that shot.
And here's Harris from the arc. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his wake.
Pass to Isaac. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Here's Vucevic. Excellent D there from Allen.
Now, that's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Textbook defense all around. Nice job at contesting the shot without fouling, and that's how you do it. Well done.
Here's Harris. After the made shot from Nikola Vucevic. Outside, Davis. Russell kicks to Harris. 5 on the clock. Now the pass to Karuch. Here's Davis. And there's the bucket. Stayed with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Davis has got 4 points in the quarter. And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for the Magic. Trailing here by 8. Outside Fournier. Pass to Isaac. Here is Augustine. And it's Gordon. That time on the assist by Augustine. And it's 9 points for Aaron Gordon.
Yeah, nice vision from the little fella there, Augustine, making it easy for his teammates by finding the open man.
And that one's good. Russell.
And that's definitely a shot that he has in his arsenal.
The Magic have gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. Augustine against Russell. Left side Fournier. Passes to Isaac. Harris against Fournier. Fires from deep. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. As we get a break in the action, let's take a peek at the team's scoring leaders. Number 1, the Magic.
I mean, it's an exciting brand of basketball that they're playing. They've got such deadly weapons. Teams have had a heck of a time trying to slow them down.
Nets leading by 8. Russell with it. He's got 15. There's the 3. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 5 rebounds tonight.
In the first quarter, he was killing them from outside, but he can't get it going here.
Augustine passes to Fournier. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It goes on Ed Davis.
And in a relatively short time, Fournier has really increased his role in the league. I mean, he's a player you have to guard and keep an eye on at all times.
The first free throw is good. And when you look at Evan Fournier, he's just a reliable source for points whenever he's on the floor.
Yeah, and Fournier is a bit of a quiet scorer. I mean, he always ends up with a lot of points, but doesn't tend to wow you with any individual plays. Terrific shooter who just makes the most of his touches and his minutes whenever he's on the floor.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
Uses the glass to finish the layup. Fournier's got 4 this quarter.
Even when the defense is right up in Fournier, he's still tricky down inside. Constantly figures out ways to keep the defense guessing.
Now here's Allen. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Russell, no luck. The Magic trail by 4. Outside Jordan. He kicks it to Augustine. Outside Jordan. Fires the 3. Here's Vucevic. Makes it off the glass. Vucevic has got 8 points.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high-percentage looks from inside.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities.
Here's Karuch after the made shot from Nikola Vucevic. And Davis throws it down.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
And for the ball out of bounds, Jordan touched it last.
Taking a look here at the numbers for Allen. He's one of the standouts over the last month. 10th in blocks, and he's in the top 10 in field goal percentage. Really able to power his way to the bucket and finish through contact.
And his ability to patrol the lane is a difference maker for that team. Exceptional timing and anticipation. That's why he's a top 10 shot blocker. Russell finds Allen. The second chance effort, and he sinks the layup. And the Nets lead by 6.
And Kevin, they've dialed up their activity this quarter. We're seeing them convert a lot of those second chance opportunities.
Well, the hustle and the effort, the persistence, all of that paying off in a big way. And that's something that makes a coach smile.
And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Isaac's got his first bucket in this one. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. They've held a 12-point lead early. They host the Kings after this game. Start a 3-game homestand with that game. Count it. Good. He's got 17.
You like what you have there. Russell crafty with the dribble.
1:44 left in the first half. Now here's Jordan. He's guarded closely. Augustine in the corner. And stolen by Russell. And oh, here we go. Here is nobody back. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
For Brooklyn, they have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board. 77% collectively.
For the Magic, Bamba is checked in for Jonathan Isaac. Terrence Ross comes in for Evan Fournier. And it's Grant in for Augustine. And then for Brooklyn, Graham's checked in, and Damari Carroll subbed in for Karuch.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, they're
looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Jordan is out there with Bamba. And it's Vucevic. Then it's Terrence Ross. And it's Grant in at the 1 spot. That's who's out there for Orlando. Russell kicks to Allen. Here's Graham, and finished off by Graham.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
You know, and I'm not seeing any urgency out of this defense, especially considering the deficit in the score.
Jordan, it's deflected. Here's Russell. Again, the Nets for 2.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Grant kicks to Bamba. Carroll against Jordan. And stolen by Graham. And here's the fast break. Carroll leading the way. And that's an air ball. Not even close. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Fades away. Jordan can't get it to go.
He's obviously still trying to find the range. No success this quarter. You wonder what it would take to get him to pass the ball.
Russell against Grant. 4 seconds left. The shot comes out.
And a surprise he doesn't knock that down. Defense a little too lax that time.
The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. It's the Nets. They're up by 9. We've got more in store for you right after this.
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports, the halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Boy, we have a lot to discuss. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of the period, they held a 3-point lead. They really did some damage in the second quarter, and as things started clicking for them, they were able to get out to a 9-point lead by halftime. Let's start with you, Shaq. What'd you think about the Nets?
Well, so far, we've seen the best of D'Angelo Russell. Confident with the jumper, the ball handling and vision are near elite levels already. Some people talk about his limitations as an athlete, but the skills are too legit to quit.
And over to Kenny. How about what you saw from the Magic?
It looked like they were shooting threes blindfolded. Sometimes you could get cold, but that was atrocious. It was scary. But they also looked scattered out there, and I think that disorganization was the main issue for them missing those shots. They need to establish themselves better into a better rhythm in the second half and avoid relying so heavily on the three-point shot.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
Welcome back, folks. The downtown skyline of Orlando, Florida, looking especially striking tonight. And we've got third quarter of basketball for you, 2 quarters in the books. It's been a clinic out there with D'Angelo Russell.
And through the first 2 periods, it seemed he got to the paint whenever he wanted to, just a slasher's mentality.
You know, my favorite thing, Greg, I think he showed no fear in attacking the defense. He got on the interior with ease.
Court vision, Doris, one of those intangible skills. You had it when you played, and when it comes to seeing the floor, I'm sure you have people that impress you with the way they see what's going on.
Kevin, I feel very lucky and fortunate to have witnessed one of the seminal players of his generation and arguably the greatest passer in the history of the NBA, and that's LeBron James. I mean, this guy's ability to make any pass, to put a 50-foot pass on a rope from one side of the floor, maybe from the hash mark to the opposite corner, and put it in the shooting pocket of different players is mind-boggling. At the center spot, you've got the young and talented and pass-first center of Nikola Jokic. And then, of course, the man who, to me, for a 10-year stretch, was the best pure point guard in the NBA, and that's Chris Paul. And listen, historically, some of the guys I loved watching, Steve Nash, John Stockton, I loved Mo Cheeks. Listen, I'm very partial to men who want to distribute the basketball and who take special relish in watching guys score baskets off their work.
Checking out the group for Kenny Atkinson to start the second half. We've got Allen. Harris is out there with Russell, and it's Graham in at the 4 spot. The Magic trail by 12. It's Jordan on the wing. Vucevic against Allen. Left side, Jordan. Now, here's Isaac. Graham defending. Outside, Jordan. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 3. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Karuch, and that one is stuffed right through.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the 2-hand slam. Augustine passes to Fournier. Isaac kicks to Augustine. Jordan dishes to Augustine. And there's the pass to Vucevic. Releases. Excellent D there from Allen.
Yeah, and something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Yeah, that's not a good example right there. You could have worked it around to get a better opportunity.
Now here is Harris. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. Beyond the arc. Brooklyn working now with the new shot clock. Here's Allen. And Allen slams it in.
And, you know, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but then how about the loud bucket he's able to convert?
He was in perfect position under the hoop, Greg. You're right. Once he gets his hands on the miss. And Jordan gets it to go.
Well, after missing the first 3 shots, they finally get one to go in this half.
Brooklyn leading by 14. Russell kicks to Graham. Back to Russell. Fires from deep. Rebounded by Vucevic. The Magic have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room with the break. Outside Jordan. Kuruc grabs the board. Kuruc just got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Not how they hope to start the second half, missing 4 of their first 5 here.
Here's Kuruc. He's got 9. Up top, Graham. Out to Russell. Nets passing it around. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. And a chance to now check out the scoring distribution between the front court and the back court players tonight for the Nets.
And it's really been a big night for that backcourt. They've given their guards as much freedom as they want, and over again, those guys have come through.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half. And stolen by Jordan. Lobs it up for Jordan. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And they need those kind of plays right now. Smart defense that generates some hope.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Hammock. Now here is Harris. He's got 7. Ball's knocked loose. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. You look at the Magic. Right now they've compiled the 3rd best record in the conference. And of course the Nets, 3 spots below.
Yeah, I think for the Nets, they've played some good basketball this year. They have to consider this season to be a success in terms of where they are at this point.
Yeah, they're certainly in better shape than I thought they'd be at this stage of the season. And by now we know when they're at their best, they can compete with any team in the league.
And clearly, Steve Clifford wants to talk it over. With college basketball expanding the three-point arc out to FIBA range, Doris, does that set the table, you think, for the NBA to move its arc, their three-point shooting line, out as well?
I think one of the things that I would like to see, Kevin, is a more unified game across countries, right? We've talked about the NBA and basketball in particular becoming a more global game. I think one thing that I'd really love to see at the lower levels of basketball in the formative stages is young players have to play with a shot clock. Because what that forces those players to do is be three-tool players. Under duress of a shot clock, you better be able to put the ball on the deck, make a pass, or take a shot. So I think the more we can normalize a set of international rules, the better basketball is going to be long-term.
And Orlando making a change here. Gordon's checked in. Then for the Nets, Spencer Dinwiddie comes in for Harris. And it's Napier in for D'Angelo Russell. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Now Augustine, taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Offensive rebound, Gordon. That's tipped, and Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Nets leading by 12. Now here's Napier. He has 6. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Vucevic. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the league has unveiled a 5-point plan to improve player-referee relations. Things became heated last season with a lot of star players ejected for arguing with officials. The emphasis on respect and clear standards of conduct on both sides can only help. Kevin?
Very good point, David. Completely agree. Thanks. Jordan can't get it to go. And it's Dinwiddie with the ball. Bringing it up now for Brooklyn. At one point, they led by 16. Sinks the three-pointer.
Well, continuing to show confidence in that jumper. Spencer Dinwiddie looking comfortable.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Jordan can't get it to go.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Well, if he wasn't there, that shot's going in. Love the effort on the defensive end.
Now here's Allen. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Here's Karuch. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
Well, he's kept them in balance tonight. This guy's shooting has put them in front.
Outside Jordan. Goes up the baseline. That doesn't go either for Jordan.
He's fighting it in this quarter. Hasn't been able to get into any sort of groove.
Graham with the bucket. Graham's got 5 points now this quarter.
Exceptional play across the board. I love their tenacity, just piling it on at this point.
You know, the beauty is it hasn't just been offense, right? It's been the defensive end as well. They're firing on all cylinders right now.
Now here's Jordan. He's got 18. They need this. And the jumper is on the mark. Jordan's got 20 points.
Wow, what a crafty player. Gets it done any way he has to.
Now here's Napier. Guarded by Augustine. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Jordan. Fast break. Here come the Magic. Gordon finds Vucevic. Here's Jordan. And foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line. And this will be his second and third shots at the line here.
At the line, shooting 2. Jordan.
And he can't get the first one. Well, you just have to admire the job that this Nets front office has done to improve the roster.
Well, there's no doubt, Kevin, they have taken on bad contracts in an attempt to gather assets. They have found talents like Spencer Dinwiddie who were passed up by other teams. So even though they didn't have a ton to work with, the team has kept pace with their improvement.
And the second free throw, good. Nets leading by 16. Napier passes to Davis. Here's Dinwiddie. Vucevic defending. Dinwiddie kicks to Davis. Passes it to Karuch. 6 on the shot clock. Lets it fly. And it's Brooklyn scoring again. Orlando's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Outside Jordan. From deep three-point range. Brooklyn with the rebound.
And you know, he's got the ability, but the question is that really the best shot you can get?
You know, I don't think so, Greg. The defense will give up that deep a shot all day. You got to continue to move the basketball.
Now here's Davis. He has 6. Shoots over Vucevic, and Davis can't get it to go. Here's Jordan, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Jordan's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Amazing individual performance, but you'd like to see more guys start to get involved. I don't know if he can do it alone.
Here's Napier. That one drops for him. Napier's got 8.
And just showing you his determination despite the size difference.
I mean, how does he get that shot off? I mean, he had to angle that perfectly to get past the defender.
Brooklyn leading by 16. Here's Dinwiddie. He's got 10. And up the court come the Magic on the break. Here's Fournier. Rebound, Brooklyn. Davis has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Here's Napier. And Vucevic pulls it down. Vucevic has got 8 rebounds in this game. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Well, you can see why his teammates love playing with him. Vucevic willing to find the open guy.
And here's Napier. 8 points for him. Down low, deflects the pass. It's stolen by Vucevic. Here's Jordan. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And here's what the schedule for Orlando looks like. On Saturday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the Milwaukee Bucks. Then on Monday, They'll head out on the road to face the Hawks in Atlanta.
And that game against the Wizards, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
First free throw is good. So for the Magic, Bamba is checked in for Vucevic. Ross comes in for Fournier. And it's Jaren Grant in for Augustine. And so Jordan nails both of them. Well, the league is always looking for ways to adjust the rules, make them better. There's a committee that studies this every single year. And, you know, with that in mind, Doris, any rules you think they should alter, tweak?
Yeah, there's absolutely one, Kevin, and I think this goes to the point where perhaps we can have some more uniformity in the FIBA-ruled games that are played and the NBA. And there's one thing that's occurred in international play where players are becoming more athletic, and the opportunity for electric stuff to happen in transition is critical. To me, we have got to stop the intentional fouls, which are prohibiting fast breaks and all the potential for the explosive, exciting athleticism to be on display. So that, to me, is something we've got to address.
I'm with you. Here's Karuch. Dinwiddie surveying the floor, and they pick up 2. Dinwiddie's got 7 points for the quarter.
A great size at the point guard position. Dinwiddie, fantastic getting into the paint and making the defense pay.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Brooklyn leading by 12. Napier with it. He's got 8, and it's blocked by Jordan. And that's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession.
And a moment here to see the numbers for Jordan. Averaging 36 points, 8 assists, and just over 2 steals. He has been terrific throughout, putting up some huge numbers offensively.
Well, and this is exactly who he is, a flat-out scoring machine. You plug him in and let him go to work.
Carroll passes to Karuch. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Napier.
Boy, what a tough night. Imagine what their lead would be if he were having a better night from the field.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Yeah, easy call.
The Magic have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Free throw good, Jordan.
Really getting after the defense since the break. He's so hard to keep off the line when he pushes the action.
And so Jordan nails both of them. Here's Dinwiddie. He's got 14. To the left wing. Karuch passes to Davis. Nets passing it around. And Jordan sends it back. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Jordan's got 17 now, just in the second half. Nets leading by 8. Here's Dinwiddie, and he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game, and good that time. Karuch has got 8 here in the quarter.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, really good awareness by the scorer. You're seeing an opening in the defense and exploiting it beautifully.
And now, with this break, here are the premier glass cleaners among rookies over the course of the past month. Number 1, Mohamed Bamba.
And every team in the league needs a guy who can go and get. I mean, his great work on the boards certainly endear him to the coaching staff.
That one is off. Jonathan Isaac, he's checked in for the Magic. The Nets also changing it up. Harris is checked in for Karuch. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Dinwiddie. And he sinks the second. Nets leading by 9. Napier kicks to Davis. Russell against Ross. Russell left side. Harris right side. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Harris has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
That's an example of great communication. He knows the spot to get to, and the pass is waiting for him.
Over in the corner, Isaac hits the 3-point bomb.
There's a versatility to young Mr. Jonathan Isaac, a big man with range for days. He is going to space the floor for you.
Napier with it, now defended by Grant. Napier dishes to Carroll. They get a hand on it. Shot clock at 5. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. The Nets making a switch here. Graham's checked in. On the clock. The 19-foot shot hits the front of the rim and out. The Magic trail by 8. And it's Jordan. That time on the assist by Bamba. 34 points for Jordan.
Boy, as we reach the latter stages, he's been in a ridiculous groove. They simply can't get over the hump.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Davis finds Napier. Pass to Russell. Pulls up, high post. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Russell's got 21 in the game.
Well, this is a main strength of D'Angelo Russell. When he gets room to shoot from the mid-range, there's no hesitation.
That shot is off. And so it's Brooklyn, holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. And we'll be back with you shortly. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And so Napier will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. The lengthy bigs inside, Isaac and Bamba. Grant is out there with Terrence Ross. And it's a 1-2 in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. Now here is Harris. 4 on the shot clock. Free throw line jump shot. And the basket by Napier. Napier's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Nets. Now Grant. Pass to a 1-2. Here's Isaac. Kicks it to Bamba. Over Allen. And it's Orlando with another.
He's still working on his jumper. But you can see Bamba has the touch to score from there.
Russell looking around. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. And he comes up with the deuce. And the Nets lead by 10.
Oh, nice screen. Really a poor defensive reaction and the obvious result.
You simply can't give him that. You have to fight through the screen and at least get a hand in the face of the shooter.
Now, here's Grant. The pass to Ross. Isaac kicks to Grant. Passes it to a 1-2. Hits it from 3-point range.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Ross against Russell. shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And for D'Angelo Russell, the former number 2 pick, it's all about developing himself as a player and a leader. Has focused more on the team and less on himself of late, and knows what is expected of him and has to earn every second of floor time.
Throw good, Russell. And last season, Russell had to fight for minutes upon returning from injury.
Yeah, and battles like that help mature a player and really keep them focused. Those are areas where Russell had struggled in the past. I think he and his coach both know it's not easy, but it has already started in making Russell the best player he can be.
Now, here's Bamba. Now here's Ross. Over in the corner, Isaac. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Here's Bamba. The shot will not fall. Excellent D there from Allen. Here's Napier. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Isaac's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Bamba passes to Isaac. Takes a 3. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Napier feeling it out a bit. Russell against Ross. With the fadeaway. And that one's good. Russell's got 24 points.
Well, to me, this is where D'Angelo Russell distinguishes himself. He understands that when he can score it, he's going to be aggressive.
Now, here's Grant. Pass to Ross. And Bamba now top of the key. Grant against Harris. To the inside. It's stolen by Allen. An even 3-on-3 break. Harris dishes to Napier. And Grant sends it back. But they'll get another chance. The Magic trail by 7. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter. Bamba. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. And it's sent back by Russell. Lays it in off the breakaway. 26 points for him.
Well, in the open floor, D'Angelo Russell understands he can be special.
And here is Grant. Pass to Bamba. Down to 5 on the shot clock. No good from Grant.
The bucket just not well protected, but still he doesn't convert too often. That's been the story with him.
Good, nice play there from Napier.
Well, the more repetition he gets, the more floor awareness you develop. D'Angelo Russell showing a desire to get his teammates involved.
Grant outside. Looking to end the run. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
Both teams will make substitutions. Russell with it. The pass to Caruch. Harris outside. Four on the clock with the shot. No good off the back of the rim. And here's Grant. He'll bring it up for the Orlando Magic. 9-point game. Isaac kicks to Grant. Ross on the wing. Hits the 3-point bomb.
You have to know when to simply catch and shoot, and it serves Terrence Ross very well that time.
Harris against Ross, and it's Harris off the drive. Outside, Russell from the stripe, off the left rim and out. Orlando's gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the 4th. Here's Vucevic, laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And now just a 4-point Nets lead.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Russell finds Harris. It's Allen on the wing. Here's Karuch. He's guarded by Ross. Chalk up 2 there. And the Nets lead by 6. The Magic have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the 4th quarter. Fournier passes to Grant. He kicks it to Ross. Back to Grant. From deep. No good that time, and Brooklyn will come the other way. They host the Kings after this game, and that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home.
Incredibly reliable as a scorer. He's always looking for ways to help the team succeed. It's happening again tonight.
Ross on the wing. No good on the 3. Nets leading by 8. Pass to Karuch. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Karuch has got 4 points this quarter.
See, to me, the more D'Angelo Russell passes the basketball, the better his team is. Encouraging to see him focus on it.
Ross kicks to Vucevic, shoots over Graham. Vucevic with the bucket. Nets have gotten exactly 2/3 of their shots to find the bottom of the net here in the 4th, 8 of 12. On the wing, Harris. And stolen by Fournier. And here's the fast break. Ross leading the way. No good from 11 feet.
I'll tell you, I hate to say it, but he's been dragging them down all night. The effort's there, but he continues to be ice cold.
It's tipped.
Boy, his vertical makes Terrence Ross an A+ shot blocker for his size. This guy, his main duty's on the perimeter, but he'll get his share of blocks.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Harris against Ross. Here's Karuch. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. First one falls for the Magic. Jordan, he's checked in for Ross. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Jaren Grant. Spencer Dinwiddie's checked in for Brooklyn. So he gets them both.
I tell you, as good as he is at the line, it allows him to invite contact when he's down low.
Russell against Augustine. There's the dish to Jordan. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Jordan's got 36.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Well, there's no doubt this guy's on a hot streak right now. That's why he keeps getting the ball in this one. They're like, hey, we're going to feed the hot hand.
For the finish, rips down the breakaway slam.
Boy, at his size, does Jonathan Isaac move so well? The long strides in transition, wow.
Nets leading by 6. Poked away and stolen by Fournier. The drive.
Oh, he got fancy. with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. And so it's Dinwiddie with it. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Here's Karuch, and Jordan sends it back. Fournier gets a wide open look, and good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine.
The tested veteran coming through in a big-time moment. Evan Fournier, go ahead, sir.
Here's Dinwiddie. He's covered by Isaac. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Harris is checked in for the Nets. The Magic trail by 4, and they double up Jordan. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Here are the Magic now. And they double up Jordan. Vucevic dishes to Augustine. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That's on D'Angelo Russell.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
And the first one drops. He hits both from the strike.
I'll tell you, he's coming through for them at the free throw line today. His form has been perfect.
And they double up Russell. Here's Graham. Out to Harris. Russell against Augustine. 6 to shoot. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
I'll tell you, proving how dangerous he can be inside. D'Angelo Russell forcing the defense to make a commitment.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And he ends up making the second, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
What we know about D'Angelo Russell is this guy is a dynamic, aggressive scorer. The key is he's got to extend his minutes playing under control. If he does that, lights out.
A putback, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He was just where he wanted to be to grab that backdoor.
Left side, Harris. Up top, Graham. Deep 2 from Russell. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall. Russell's got 31.
In huge moment, D'Angelo Russell comes through big time.
Back to Jordan. Three-pointer Augustine. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Jordan's got his 6th assist on the night. Here's Russell. 1:21 left in the fourth quarter of this one. High, arcing shot, and they pick up 2. Russell's got 14 points now in the second half.
Well, does he have the clutch gene? D'Angelo Russell says, yes, sir, I do.
Pass to Jordan. To the three-point line, it's Augustine. And there are the Magic with another bucket.
And what a time to tie this game up, guys.
Incredible fortitude to bounce back like this. I think we're setting up for an awesome finish.
And here's the fast break. Jordan leading the way. Count it!
No doubt. You love seeing him knock down the clutch basket.
Timeout called, the Nets. They're trailing by 2. 51 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, the Prodigy.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, during that last break, I heard Kenny Atkinson talking with his team. He told them they have to pick it up. He said there's no time like the present, fellas. Embrace the moment, and let's take back this game. We'll see what they can do, Kevin.
51 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Russell passes to Graham. That shot misses. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. Pass to Isaac. Here's Vucevic. Now here's Jordan. Guarded closer. Money!
Vucevic so confident in himself and his teammates come along with him.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They're behind by 4. We've got 28 seconds left to play in the final quarter. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Russell against Augustine. The drive by Russell. Good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Any point guard in the NBA, particularly one who is not a huge-sized guy, has got to have the floater in his disposal. Go ahead, D'Angelo.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
On offense, here are the Magic, and so they choose to intentionally foul. First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
He knew what was riding on those foul shots and didn't mess around, making this a 2-possession game.
Courage passes to Russell. Down low. Left side, Harris. Allen inside. Russell from long range. Misses the shot. And so the big win by Orlando in a tight game. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.